Hello there, this is Dave, and I'm an original trilogy kid.
And this is Laura. I'm a prequel trilogy kid. Welcome to What Does Star Wars Mean to You, the show where we talk to all kinds of fans of Star Wars to take the hate out of the debate and look at the franchise from a certain point of view, one fan at a time.
That's right, and it's also just fun to chat Star Wars with people.
It really is. It's my favorite pastime.
Yes. This week we have Denise, AKA Mandalorian Momma. Her socials came across my feed, and I was immediately like, I don't know what it is, if it was the Mandalorian armor, if it was just her kind of like vibe or energy really popped out to me. There was just something that I was like, oh, she looks like a lot of fun.
She's warm and so approachable, and like, you immediately want to be Denise's friend.
Exactly. And she is a Mandalorian cosplayer. She's part of the local chapter. She runs the local cosplaying chapter of Mandalorians where she's at. Big into charity.
Yes.
Uses the Mandalorian Momma character for charity, which I think is amazing. And so let's get to know her more.
Yeah, it's a great interview. Can't wait for it to be in your ears.
Our first question we ask everybody is, Are you ready to share with the world what does Star Wars mean to you?
I am always ready to share with the world what Star Wars means to me. It is like my life.
It's our favorite answer on this podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, my husband and son are always just like, oh goodness, more Star Wars. I'm like, can never be too much Star Wars.
There's a never-ending supply of Star Wars. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so our 5 with the Force is... Are you cool if I take this, Dave?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Our 5 with the Force is our 5 kind of like... We call them the not-so-rapid-fire Star Wars baseline. Okay. So I'll kick you off with our first. Which Star Wars movie is your go-to favorite?
Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
Hands down.
Nice.
Oh, I have to roll D6.
Yes, I was going to say.
I got a 2.
Ooh, okay. Who's your favorite minor character or like side character?
Probably Qi'ra. Once she was introduced in Han Solo, like I fell in love with her character, and then I deep dive researched Qi'ra, and she has a lot of presence in the comics. She has like 3 books. She is a phenomenal character that has so much to do with the rebellion that people do not know, and it's really cool. Just her background helping people get to the point that they needed to. Yeah. She's really cool.
This is cool. I have not deeped Qi'ra, and now I feel like I'm going to hang up from this and also go on a deep dive.
So she has fought Palpatine and survived. No, Palpatine or Vader. One of them and survived. She learned how to use the dark side to be able to fight. She's the one that told Admiral Holdo where Han Solo was for Leia and Lando to go get. Yeah, like she hated the Empire and would do anything possible to bring them down. And it's so cool.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Go Qi'ra.
Definitely recommend doing a deep dive.
We will. What is your favorite line to quote?
Oh, that's a good question.
Or a favorite line to quote.
Yes.
We won't put the pressure of the.
I got a very bad feeling about this.
Yes.
Or hello there. I always like to pop up and be like, hello there.
Yeah.
That was a fun one. Yeah.
Do you get a lot of people who know what you're referencing and either reply with General Kenobi or any kind of Star Wars counter reference?
So usually, because all my friends that I hang out with are all super Star Wars nerds and we're all in the same community. So they all get it. If I do it at work, no, rarely. They get it. And then they'll realize, I think at this point they pretend to get the reference, because if they don't, I'll sit there for like 5 to 10 minutes and give them the whole backstory. Yeah. They're like, oh no, not again.
I love the work call out. Because I tend to address emails with hello there, like to new folks, just to see who's cool. Haven't found anyone yet.
I dig it.
Besides the movies, what is your favorite Star Wars content?
I love the High Republic books.
Nice.
They really gave me a new love for Star Wars again, because there was like that lull where there wasn't a whole lot coming out, and I decided to read the books, and the High Republic is like peak Star Wars. And what I loved about it is the Jedi are what I've always envisioned the Jedi to be. And the book series, all three phases cover that so well, and they're all so complex, and they talk a lot more about emotions while being a Jedi and how they handle that, instead of in the prequels are like, no emotions. Like,
Yes.
they're so much more relatable. So, High Republic, peak Star Wars, in my opinion.
Love it. What's something about Star Wars cosplay you've learned through your experience that people don't talk about usually?
Probably the charity aspect of it.
Oh.
So I am an official member with the Mandalorian Mercs, and I actually am the Alarad here in Oklahoma. So I run the Oklahoma chapter, and we do a lot of charity work. We try to do it monthly, but if we don't do it monthly, every other month. We do hospital visits at the children's hospital in town. We do it with all the Star Wars clubs, so 501st, Rebel Legion, the R2 builder, the droid builders. We all get together and we do that. We also do a lot of fundraising for local charities in town also. And so I don't think people realize that there's that whole side of the Star Wars costuming, especially with the official clubs. And it's a fun way to give back to the community.
Yeah.
Especially with the children. They love it when you come into their rooms at the hospital, and there's like 5 of us, and we'll just talk and dance, and we usually give them little goodies like stickers or credits, and it's a very humbling experience. And every time I come home and I like give my kid a hug.
Yes.
It's great.
Wow. That's like the most wholesome vibe with the Force we've ever had. I love that.
What's really exciting now, so my son is 14, so he's going into high school next year. He actually came with me the last time to the hospital visit and got to experience it as well. And he helped put together all for each room got the little goodies and gave it to us so we can give it out. And because I want him to understand there's more to this than just getting in costume and running around and having fun. And so he really enjoyed that. He thought it was cool. And I think moving forward, he wants to do those visits with us to help out. And
Will he dress as a character at all? Will he take on a Mandalorian personality?
I think he might want to do a Mando. He's talked about it over the years, but it's expensive. Like, people also don't realize how expensive the costuming is. So like my Mando, I have put probably about $600 to $700 into it over the years. My second kit that I'm working, I have already passed that on just sourcing materials and upgrades, but I've worn my costume for 10 years, so at this point it's paid for itself. Like, it's done so much.
Absolutely.
But my son has talked about it over the years, but he's been growing so much, and I'm like, I don't want to make you this costume and you wear it for only a year.
Yes, of course, of course. Yes.
So
that's something they don't talk about in Star Wars, where it's like, all the Mando kids, they grow too fast.
Yeah, they grow really fast. And so right now, my son and I have actually just started rewatching the entire Mandalorian show, kind of as a tribute to my dad, because that was his favorite show. And because this movie's coming out, and so that's kind of brought up again, I want to be a Mando. And so I was like, well, maybe let's do something like the Foundlings in there, where they have the helmet and they have the Under Armour, the vest and all that, and then we can then upgrade you.
Yes.
Once you stop getting taller, because he's growing like 5 inches a year at this point, I feel like. And so I think eventually he'll do a Mando.
I don't know. This might only be. I don't know if you watch Parks and Rec, but you guys need like a rent-a-swag, but for the Mando costume, you need like a rent-a-Mando. I was like, I don't know if I'm mixing metaphors here. But
Usually we start with your Star Wars, like what introduced you to Star Wars, but I want to continue this because we do have questions about your charity
Okay.
work.
Yeah.
And so let's just stay with the cosplay and this for the
Okay.
moment. One of the things, first of all, can you describe your Mando outfit for our listeners?
Yes. So I have been given several nicknames for my costume. I have been, so Mandalorians are great. The reason why I love the Mandalorians and why I wanted to do the Mandalorian costumes was because you can customize them and you can
Mm.
put in your personality. It could be any color. It had to just fit a certain guidelines on armor shape, fit, certain amount of armor pieces. And so once I heard that, I was just like, I need to make it as bright and girly as possible. Um, and the reason why I did it that way was because the first time I saw the Mandalorian costumers, I saw my friend Damia now, she was in her armor and it was fitted to her. Like it was contoured to her. It wasn't like Boba Fett, but it was shaped more to her body. And I was like, you
Mhm.
can do this? Like you
Yeah.
can, and she was dark purple and black and silver. And I was like, you can customize this? And I was just like, I need to get your information. She's like, yeah, there's a whole club. And so once I did that, I was like, all right, we're going to do bright, fun,
Yeah.
pastel. So I have been deemed like Easter egg Mando
Oh, yeah.
because
Easter egg, Mando. I like that.
so I got dubbed the Easter egg Mando because my colors, I have a lavender, purple, teal, some pinks blended in there. So it looks like Easter egg colors. So think of 90s, but more pastel, like, or
Nice.
80s. And I wanted to do that because I got so excited about seeing that female Mando that
Yeah.
I wanted to also do that myself because I wanted to show that little girls, we could wear armor too and look
Yeah.
really cool and be in the most girly colors
And
and
also still love pink.
yeah, and like stand up and fight with the boys. Like so I did
Yes.
that and I'm recognized by those colors. And I had Daniel Logan twice call me the Princess Mando. And so we
Nice.
also have that joke around here too is the Princess Mando and then the Easter egg Mando.
That's awesome.
Well, you have these great nicknames. I think it's self-explanatory, but when did you decide on Mandalorian Mama, which is my favorite of the three? And walk us through how you came up with that name.
So it came up because I doing a lot of events like cons, charity events, parties. I always had my son with me. So it's the Mandalorian mom.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, when like from the time he was 3. So he's been with me in my costuming since the time he was 3. I got approved when he was 4. Like there's been times where I've been at conventions and I've had to like throw him over my shoulder when he was like in kindergarten to take him outside to help kind of
Yeah.
de-escalate things. And so that's where I got the Mandalorian Mama because my son was always there. And then I kind of had taken on this like mom role for all the Mandos here in Oklahoma. And like I have my familings and my groups, like the recruits that I'll talk to and encourage and try to get them approved. And it just kind of how it started.
Yes. That's awesome.
Awesome.
When I stumbled across your account, the name was one of the things that made me go, the name and the armor together made me go, yes, I want to follow this. And it is just a really delightful account. I love your kind of love of the franchise, your love of Mandos.
It's it's just fun. Star Wars, my favorite
Yeah.
thing to say is find the positivity in Star Wars. Find the fun in
Yes.
Star Wars. And
Yeah.
that's what we do. And it's a family franchise and
Yeah.
have my son in it. I grew up with it with my dad. It's a multi-generational thing that brings everybody together. And that's what I like to try to share.
Speaking of, it sounded like your father introduced you to Star Wars.
Yes. Yes.
Can you tell us, can you walk us through the experience of meeting Star Wars for the first time?
So so I grew up with a single father. My mom passed away when I was very young. So growing up, it was my dad and my sister, and it was me. And my dad was the biggest nerd. Like, he loved everything sci-fi. He would tell us about how he went and saw A New Hope, the original Star Wars, like 15 times in the movie theater and just kept going. And so literally from the time I was born, like, Star Wars has always been in my life. It has
Yeah.
always been there. When I was homesick from school, sit there and watch Star Wars all day, like all the movies, and would watch it with my dad. And I don't think he realized how much I would gravitate towards it, especially as I got older. I used to also remember just wanting to be Princess Leia when I was a kid because she was so cool and
Very cool.
stood up for herself, and she was very independent and very strong-minded, willful, everything that like a little girl wants to be. So I kind of was like a closet like Star Wars fan for the longest time because when I was in high school and everything, I was in cheer and super involved, and I didn't want anybody to know just like how much I love Star Wars.
Yes.
You got to keep appearances in high school. But once I graduated high school and got into college, one of my really good friends, Maureen, and I, we were doing community college together, and once a week we'd get together and we played video games and talk about Star Wars and go to Disneyland. All that because we had season passes growing up in
Yep.
Southern California.
Mhm.
And that's where my love started escalating. Was with my friend Maureen, and then I started working at Disney and met other like Star Wars nerds there. So in 2005 when Celebration was in LA?
Oh,
I think so.
I know
That
it's
was-
next year in LA.
Yeah. No, there was I think 2005. I heard about this convention and decided to go with a friend, and I was just like, this is the greatest thing I've ever experienced in my life.
Yeah.
So of course I went on the Saturday. I was like, I'm going to come back on Sunday with my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brought my dad with me, and it was the coolest thing. He was like, he didn't know this type of thing existed. And I think by this time it was like the 4th celebration because back then there'd be years between all of them.
Yeah.
And my dad thought it was the coolest thing. We went and saw Billy D. Williams and Ivan Kushner do a panel talking about
Oh,
Empire
wow.
Strikes Back. We walked by all the like celebrities, so he was like, "Oh, it's Mark Hamill and it's Carrie Fisher."
Oh my God.
And so, and we talked to David Prowse, who was Vader, and we went
Yep.
up and talked to him because my dad didn't want. I love my dad, but he was also like, "Oh, I don't want to spend money." So we went and talked to the celebrities that didn't have like a line.
Yes.
And he thought it was really cool, and they actually let us take pictures back then, like at the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta find those pictures, but like, then he saw this one cosplayer dressed up as old Kenobi, and he was just like, I need to do this. I want to be Kenobi. Like,
Wow.
my dad would follow him around the convention. It was so great. But from there, that's kind of where it escalated. I started playing video games, Star Wars Galaxies, and then when the Phantom Menace.
Oh, yes.
So also then my dad took us, me and my sister, to go see all the prequel trilogies, and it's just kind of been something we've always done together. And especially while stuff has come out now, in the last 10 years when Disney acquired Star Wars, it's harder for us to have that connection because we did live 1,400 miles away. But my dad and I would always sit there and talk about every movie that came out, talk about the show after it aired, and have our like daily discussions about that. And he thought it was so cool that I was a Mandalorian, and he would tell his friends, and they would be like, "Your daughter dresses up as a Star Wars character." He's like, "Yes, the coolest thing." And so, yeah, so my dad has kind of been there all the way through, and we'd have fun. And anytime he'd come to Oklahoma, I'd take him to a Star Wars event with me and conventions, and it was great. It holds a very special place in my heart because that love from Star Wars stemmed with my dad when I was a little girl. So.
Yeah.
Now,
Wow.
you talked about playing video games in college. Before
Yes.
college, and I know in high school, you were trying to protect your Star Wars side from the mean girls. My words, not yours. What did you interact with Star Wars on a daily basis, like whether in childhood or high school?
Um, so we watched the movies a lot growing up,
Hmm.
and so we had that interacting with other than watching the movies with my dad. We didn't really do a whole lot. It was just more that family time together.
Yes.
My dad, I love my dad. He was always trying to. Well, I loved the Star Wars, push like Barbies and all the girly stuff. And I was like,
You can
Really?
have both.
Yeah.
was when I got older and I was able to kind of voice my, hey, dad, I want to do this more. And that's when we started doing more of the Star Wars
Wow.
stuff and going
Oh,
to
that's
events.
awesome.
Um, and I think he realized later in life that, hey, it's not so bad that she wanted to
No.
do all this. And like I said, he thought it was cool. And he always, every time he'd come and visit, he'd be like, hey, you have anything going on? Can we do any Star Wars events?
That's cute.
Yeah.
And it sounds like eventually you got into the cosplay and Mandalorian. When did you, how long did it take for you to build your first costume? You said
Yeah.
you've worn it for 10
Okay.
years, which is
I
very
Yeah.
impressive.
So my kit, I've upgraded pieces like 3 times
Hmm.
throughout the lifespan of it. So my very, very first version one of it, it was in 2015. So I've almost actually I just 2015 I got approved in 2016. I just did hit my 10-year because I got my certificate. Um So in 2015, like with the hype of Force Awakens coming out that year, I really wanted to find a way to get involved. And moving from California to Oklahoma, it was a really big adjustment. And I
Yeah.
struggled a lot trying to find people in a community out here for a while, just because the lifestyle is so different. It is so
Yeah.
different. And um, when I found that Mandalorian, it was a Star Wars night at a baseball game. And I got that information and I started getting hooked up with people through Facebook in
Right.
a Oklahoma group. And
Yeah.
I was talking to the Allarad back then and he was like, yeah, let's do it. And he was getting me all the resources. Well, one of the other girls that was building armor actually decided, I don't want to build it. Do
Oh.
you want all these armor pieces? I
Oh,
said, sure.
wow. Yeah.
Put
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
the armor
Yes.
pieces. I was like, yeah. So I actually built my first Mando in like a couple weeks.
Oh,
Oh,
And
wow.
wow.
because but I also was on a crunch time because I really wanted to have it ready so I could wear it to the Force Awakens premiere.
Premiere. Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
I was on such a crunch with that. Like I spray painted my helmet the night before the movie so it still smelled like
Oh, yeah.
still smell the spray paint the next day
Yes.
at the premiere.
Oh no.
And like, sure, I had my gloves are missing. Like, there was a few pieces
Yeah.
missing, but I had all my armor, my flight suit, my helmet. And so I built it all up in like a couple of weeks because I wanted to be at that premiere. And that was the first time I've ever worn a costume to any Star Wars event. And it was the coolest thing because there was like probably 6 or 7 Mandos there. We had all costumers wise, we had like 25 people there with with the
Wow.
clubs. Like it was a big presence at the Force Awakens, and it was just so cool.
That is
And
cool.
because I rushed there, I got to meet all these people I've never met, and I'm still friends with all these people. Like they are my people. I hang out with them. Like I have met my best friends through this group, and it was just phenomenal. And then after that, I actually had a Juno Eclipse costume for a while. And that one, I also have cool. The first time I wore her for my approval was for a Make-A-Wish event. And so it's fun. I don't wear Juno anymore. I stick with my Mando. It's my favorite.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
it's who I
Uh,
am.
Now, I know Mandalorian lore is really explored a lot in the Clone Wars cartoons. Are you a fan of the cartoons? Is that that's okay.
Okay,
No judgment.
so
Okay.
one of my best friends loves to grief me on this. I have not watched all of Clone Wars. I have watched everything else except Clone Wars. And I have tried to start watching it like several times, and I just can't like get past the first like 2 seasons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And everybody's like, it gets really good at like towards the end of season 3 and 4. And I'm like, I don't want to sit through like 3 seasons of stuff to get to the good part. But I know I need to watch this other stuff, so I know kind of what's going on. But I haven't watched much of it, which is surprising. People think it's surprising because I know Jar Jar Binks is in it a lot, and I love Jar Jar Binks. Like,
Oh wow!
Oh my gosh, Jar Jar!
there's a life-size statuette of Jar Jar
Yeah.
Binks in the background.
love
I have a whole like shelf of Jar Jar Binks stuff, and like
What is it
awesome.
about Jar Jar that pulls you in?
I think it's the silliness and just the joyful, like he just has, he's so, how do I explain it? You can't help but smile when you think
Yeah.
about Jar Jar Binks. Like he's just so funny, and he's so fun. And
Yeah.
I know he was made for children in Star Wars, and that was his purpose. But I think he's so much fun. I don't get the, like, I feel bad that I got all the hate back when the
Yeah.
prequels came out.
Yep.
But there's like now a huge like community love for Jar Jar Binks and Ahmed Best. And I love that for them. Same with Hayden Christensen. Like he
Yes.
got a lot of grief back then too. And now all the love for him coming around. And I just love that like our generation that grew up with the prequels we're all now adults.
Yes.
With adult money.
And we can be like, these guys are awesome. We got to show them the love. And I'm so glad that that has happened. But Jar Jar Binks, it's fun. I'm always prowling for new Jar Jar Binks stuff. And
That's awesome.
yeah.
Going back to cosplay, what is it about it that you think people find so like special or impactful? Like, why do people gravitate to cosplay from your perspective?
I think a lot of it is that it's a time you can escape reality and you can become somebody else. And it's this brief moment in time where you are doing this Star Wars stuff. You're going in and you can do charity work, or you're at a convention and you can engulf this character. Because a lot of times people will pick characters that they identify with, that they love. They have that special connection. And it's just so like, anytime I put on my armor, I always feel great. I love it. I have a blast. I feel like a different person. How I stand is differently. My posture, my presence, how I talk. It's a nice escape from reality. And I think everybody likes to have an escape from reality every once in a while because life gets hard and we need to have fun. And what better way to have fun than getting in costume? Like and running around and playing. Like I have no problem with my costume. I will be the first. I've done a polar plunge in my costume with my helmet. I've done I've done obstacle courses at a Special Olympics with kids before. I've done I've done an event at a fire station and gone down the slide with kids before in my costume. Like I climbed up into a treehouse. Like there's no limits in costume when kids are there, and then I can just go play and have fun with the kids. And it's like I said, it's just a great escape from reality.
Now, when you're doing the charity work with kids, do a lot of kids recognize you as a Mandalorian, or are they just seeing you as a cool costume character?
So there's pre-Mandalorian show and post-Mandalorian show. Pre-Mandalorian, like people didn't realize that there could be so many Mandalorians. I was the same way. Like I didn't know you can have all these customized. I thought it was just like Boba Fett, Jango Fett, because that was primarily it. Well, we did have the Clone Wars had stuff, but not everybody watched the Clone Wars, so not everybody knew about that. But once the show came out, the Mandos, man, that was our time. We shined. Everybody loved
the Mando era.
It is the Mando era. But now, since The Mandalorian has come out and you've seen so many different Mando armors, they just say, "Hey, it's the Mandalorian." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Hey, yeah!" Like,
Yeah.
and then I'll be like, and then I'll pull out my trading card and hand him one and be like, "My character's name is Linda," and I like go on about her whole spiel, and
Wow.
I love that her
Wow.
name is Linda.
Yeah,
that's so.
what is her spiel?
Yeah.
So,
If you
my
don't mind sharing.
character's name, not at all. My character's name is Linda. It's Lynd''. It's actually my mom's name was Linda, so
Oh,
paying tribute to my
Sweet.
mom.
that's so lovely.
Yeah.
She was an orphan that got brought into the Mandalorian, so she was a foundling, and found her family there and used her skills to help others and kind of like do good around the galaxy.
Yes.
Not one of the mean Mandos, but I don't have my card. I I have like a couple of trading cards with different like stories, and
Yes.
so it's just me
Oh.
coming around doing good with family and friends and taking in those who feel lost, and so that's her story.
Linda sounds lovely.
Great.
When you had mentioned that you're working on your second costume,
Mm.
is that Mando as well? I don't want to assume that it is. I kind of
Oh,
assume it
it
is, but
is. It is.
it is. It's Mando as well. Is it kind of a different character than your
Nope.
eggshell? I keep saying eggshell, Easter egg.
No, it is gonna be, same character. It's gonna just be, uh it's my band 2.0. It's gonna be the
Nice.
same colors. I just changed a lot of the armor pieces. Over 10 years, your body shape changes.
Yeah,
So
Don't have to
Yeah.
tell me twice.
so I have designed this one to fit a little bit better. And
Mhm.
also, after doing it for 10 years now and having this skill set, there's different things I wanted to incorporate to make it better. Like I'm changing my flak vest. I changed
Hmm.
how the armor is shaped. I added some different pieces, took off different pieces, but everything is going to stay the same. And I sat on it for a couple years because I was like, I didn't know if I wanted to create a new character or
Yes.
continue this one. And I kept going back and forth. Do I want to also keep these colors or do I want to do a new set of colors? And at the end of the day, I was like, I gotta keep Linda. Like
Yes.
she's my heart and soul. Like I even have a tattoo of my Mando helmet right here that I wear on my shoulder every day. And so yeah, it's gonna be the same. I have everything shaped and done. I just need to do the flight suit and flak vest and start working on that.
Wow.
What does it take to build the armor? Like, do you 3D print it and paint it? I honestly have not a clue how.
I do not do 3D print. I personally like to get the Sintra. I like to cut it. I like to shape it. I like to
Wow.
mold it.
Wow. Yes.
Because that's how we used to do it. But when 3D printers are now all the rage, a lot of people, especially with the new Mandalorian style armor with the post Imperial, you got to 3D print that chest plate. Like there's no way
Yeah.
to build it. So I like to cut the pieces, shape it, and all that. I sew my own flak vest, my own comma. Like I like to get my hands dirty. The only thing I'll buy is like my helmet
Hmm.
and my jetpack that I got
Ah.
but
Yeah.
but you're essentially like the armorer
Yes.
in
Yes.
building the rest of it. That's
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a little bit of a pivot here
Okay.
away from Mando and from your Instagram account, it looks like you're really into Star Wars Legos. Is that a
Yes.
yeah? There it is.
Love the Legos.
Now, one of the things I saw is you got the latest Death Star.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
wow. Yeah.
How is it? Is it worth it? Do you love? How much do you love it?
Okay. So I am actually only about a third of the way through the build.
Wow, it's a
I can't
giant,
imagine
giant.
why. It's not like it's
Okay.
80,000 pieces or something.
It's like there's like 80, 90 bags to this
Yeah.
Lego set. Like it's a lot.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I do work full time. I am a
Yes.
mom.
Yeah.
Like I have when I bought it, because I got it around Christmas time, I was also helping my dad out a lot with his medical stuff. So it was I've only get like, here's like an hour to build and here's like another
Yes.
hour to build. So I kind of do an update. I was hoping when I had my surgery that I was going to be able to build, but it was kind of hard with having to keep my foot elevated.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So I didn't get to build any Legos then, but so far it is like the coolest thing I've ever built. And like I said, I'm only like a third of the way through, a third of the way through. And just the detail and all the
Yes.
characters, it is so
Yes.
great. And then like Lego Star Wars days are coming up like this weekend. And I'm like friends with the Lego store manager here in town. So, I always give him a
sliding
call.
$100 across the counter.
Yeah.
I'm always like, hey, when's the sale? I'm coming in this time. These are what I want. And we'll go and we'll like talk. And
Oh, nice.
every time the new Legos come out, I always go and be like, hey, how you doing, Robert? And like,
Bring
Yeah.
a soft pretzel at them to the,
yeah, he was like, he's a good guy. And so, but I love the Legos because my son also builds them with me. And so
Uh-huh.
we've been building Legos forever. And my son, he's not as much of a Star Wars fan. He likes the F1 Formula cars. So we'll go and get Legos together and we'll hang out in the kitchen and build them and talk. And that's kind of like our time to like,
Yes.
to bond. And then I just display them all over the house. And
That's awesome.
Is there a set that you really like or that has any particular meaning for you?
I think one of my favorite Lego sets is probably the Dark Falcon.
Oh,
And
yes. Yes. Yes.
the Lego show was so fun, and
So
I had a
fun.
good time with that. Also, I think probably the Phantom from Rebels,
Yep.
and the
Yeah.
Ghost, because actually, I think that's probably one of my favorite Lego sets. I have it on display over here.
The Ghost.
Rebels, yeah. My son, that was the first like real Star Wars he actually like kind of paid attention to. Like he's seen all the
Yep.
movies with me, but he loved Rebels and he loved Ezra and he loves Chopper. And so we
Yeah.
bought that one together to build together and we'd alternate bags and hang out and watch Rebels. And so that one holds a special place in my heart. And I also got the Chopper one, and he kind of claimed that one. And he's like, "That one's staying in my room." And I'm like, "All right, that's fine."
Yeah.
That's
But yeah,
awesome.
so we always alternate bags and build and talk and hang out. It's kind of our thing.
That's really neat. I like that.
That's really fun. Is there a scene or moment from Star Wars or vehicle that doesn't have a Lego set yet that you're like, oh, when this comes out, it's gonna
Ooh.
be mine?
Um,
I think that's a tough question, actually. 'Cause-
no, it's not.
Oh, no! Wow!
She's like, I got this.
I got this. So the new Star Wars that are coming out, they have like the Yoda bust and the Darth Vader bust, and I saw this like AI generate a Jar Jar Binks bust.
Oh,
would
yeah.
Yes.
be the greatest thing ever. And it's so funny because my son was on Instagram and he saw this and he sent it to me and he's like, "Look, Mom," and I was like, "Unfortunately, it's fake." And so
Oh.
the more Jar Jar Legos, the better. I do have like the little brick heads from the Phantom Menace, and so I keep
Yes.
these on my shelf next to all my other stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But I would love a big Jar Jar Lego.
Yeah.
At the Jar Jar shrine.
It is. There is a
yeah.
shrine of Jar Jar.
Valid. What is your favorite Star Wars memory?
Favorite Star Wars memory. Okay, so probably when I talked about going to Celebration with my dad is
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
one of my greatest Star Wars memories is just spending literally the entire day like outside in line. We saw somebody with like this jetpack and flying around as Boba Fett, going to all these panels, just being able to experience that with him was just it was great because since then we've lived in different states. It's not like we could really go and I tried to go to a couple other of the celebrations in California with him, but stuff always happened where I couldn't travel at that time. So that memory and those photos, it was just something really special because we both genuinely loved the franchise and we loved the
Yes.
sci-fi and the story
Yeah.
of hope and redemption. And that's just something we also valued and always tried to find the positivity and be hopeful and keep moving forward and growth and all that. But that's like my favorite memory with my dad. But I do have a favorite memory in costume, and that was
Yeah. What's Linda's favorite Star Wars memory?
so I was at a Star Wars Drillers game. That's the local the minor league baseball team here in town, and I there was a bunch of us, and I was sitting there, I was talking, and there was this little girl that got so excited because I had all the pinks and the purples and I was armor, and she was just like her face lit up and she was so excited. And like I said, that's why I wanted to make my Mando those colors. And like we sat there and she just talked and she was like playing with my braids and like pointing at my
Wow.
helmet. I let her put it on. I gave her cards and walked around with her for a little bit around the area. And it was moments like that is why I do it, because the kids just loved
Yes.
it. And so ever since then, I do the Star Wars Driller Night every year. Although unfortunately I can't costume up this year because I'm in a cast and it's
Yeah.
but my favorite thing to do is I like to wander by myself, and people and here in town always find it funny because a lot of times when we do these events, we'll kind of all hang out together so everybody can experience all the costumers together.
Mhm.
I'll
Yeah.
just wander off by myself and go talk to kids, and they're like, "Where's Denise?" Like, I'm over here, and I love doing that at the Drillers game, and that event I always bring my husband with me because he loves baseball, and it's one of those events where I need a handler with me, especially walking around with all like there's a lot of people, and
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he'll just hang out while I go and talk. And my husband's so great; he'll take pictures, and he's learned that like because of the clubs and just with social media to always make sure to angle it where the kids' faces aren't seen, so
Yes.
you can post that stuff because we want to be respectful
He's
of
media
Yeah,
trained. Well
absolutely.
done.
so but like so I just love doing that if it's there or at a convention or just any kind of event. I like to just run off and just have fun with the kids.
Yeah.
Cute.
Does your husband share your love for Star Wars as well?
Absolutely not. No.
That is not rare, but
He is not a Star Wars fan, like, at all. He'll watch it, he'll go to the movies,
yeah.
he will go hang out at all our parties, but he's not he's a Lord of the Rings fan, like, that's his franchise,
Nice.
like, he loves that, but
Well, at least
my
he loves
husband
one great franchise. Not the greatest,
Yeah, it's a pretty
but at
good
least
that's a pretty
one
good
great
alternative.
franchise.
We'll give it
but
to
Yes.
you.
he is so great, he's supportive, like, the life-size Jar Jar Binks,
Yeah.
like, that was a anniversary gift for me.
Yeah.
And he, like, went back and forth with this guy for months to work out a deal to, like, surprise me, like, I walked home and it was, like, in the doorway, like,
He sounds
I was like,
awesome.
Wow.
and
That's
so, yeah,
fantastic.
he is so supportive of all of it, and he gets it, and he'll say he doesn't enjoy it, but he has fun at the events that I
Yeah.
take him to all the sporting ones, and, yeah, we have a good time.
I even if you don't like the franchise, I still can't imagine not having fun doing that
Yeah.
stuff with you. Just
Yeah.
doing stuff with a significant other that they're passionate about is also fun.
Yeah, and so it's a good time. Like he's so sweet. So he's so supportive. So I play Star Wars Unlimited, which is a
Oh yeah, the
card
card
game.
game.
Oh, we know.
Yeah. Love it. It's so much fun. But like I've never played like games like that before. So this is my husband. He doesn't like Star Wars, but he learned how to play it the basics so he could teach me how to play. So
Aw,
he could go play locals.
that's
Yeah.
sweet.
That is the sweetest thing.
He's honestly the best like person ever. Like he is my best friend. Love him to death.
Aw.
What are the three elements that make Star Wars to you?
I said this earlier, the hope that it personifies. Like there's always, even when things are rough, there's that hope that
Yes.
it's going to get better. It's going to change. Like something's going to come out of it. Also, and I also said the redemption. Like and that is
Yeah.
a big, big story and key point in Star Wars is that no matter how rough things get for you, you can come out of it and you can redeem yourself. And Vader, Anakin, that
Yes.
is that is the core of Star Wars, is him redeeming himself. So the hope and the redemption, but also community. Community is
Yeah.
that is a big one for me, because without the Star Wars community, like moving from California to Oklahoma would have been extremely hard and very lonely. And the community that I've built here, they're my family, they're my people. I talk with them every day. I see them multiple times a month. If it's through events or if it's just hanging out, we don't just hang out at events. We hang out and support each other through life events, and we're there for each
Yeah.
other. And that's something that I love about the Star Wars community is, yeah, there's those few toxic ones, but at the core of it, everybody's always so supportive of each other.
Yeah.
Especially within like the costuming clubs, like, 'cause that's where I've met everybody. But like, as I've gone through like this past month, it's been really like, I've had a lot happen with passing of my dad. I've had surgery, like pretty much reconstructive surgery on my ankle.
Ooh.
Like, yeah, not
Yeah.
fun. Um, like they've helped me with going to appointments or helped me with getting through my dad's stuff. And like, so that's things that they've done for us. And I've done stuff like that for them with bringing the meals. Like, it's
Yeah.
that community. And I love it. And I wish everybody in the world could experience that community that there is in Star Wars.
Beautiful.
Wow. Thanks for sharing that.
Is there anything we didn't ask you about your Star Wars fandom that you'd like to add?
You know, love what you love in Star Wars. And the reason why I say that
Love
is
that.
because love what you love in Star Wars, because there's literally, you always see like there's those toxic fanboys and fangirls out there that love to grief people on liking a certain character or liking a certain movie, especially with the sequels. And but I think people forget that there are so many characters, there's so many different types of media, that there is literally something for everybody. And just because you don't resonate with that
Yeah.
character doesn't mean that this other person resonates with this character. And I love what Disney has done with Star Wars. There is so much diversity and representation,
Yep.
and they just seeing that it's this equal balance, and it's not
Yeah.
just heavily like male led, but it's, you see
Mhm.
heroes and villains, even villains, like the women
Yes.
villains. And I
Yeah.
love that you see both of them in there, because both can be heroes and both can be villains, both can be just side characters. And I just love seeing all of that, because it has brought in so many more new fans to Star Wars. And I just love seeing and talking to people about their favorite characters and why that's their favorite character, and the open discussion. And like, one of the examples I didn't like Luke Skywalker in the original trilogy. He is like my least favorite character in the original trilogy, which
Wow.
yes, I know. But I loved
But you
him
stayed a
in,
fan.
yeah, but I loved him in the sequels.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I know that's a very controversial hot take on
Yeah,
that, because
that
a
is a
lot of
hot take.
people don't like him in the sequels.
I don't disagree.
There is so much more depth to his character, and people are like,
Mhm.
they made him a hermit, he ran away. I'm like,
Yes.
but look at who he was trained by. Yoda, Obi-Wan,
Yes.
they also ran away and went into hiding. And so that was a natural thing for him to realize something went wrong. This is what I do.
It was
And
Yes.
it,
learned.
like,
Absolutely. 100%.
and when people were upset that he had that moment where he lapsed with Ben, I was
Yeah.
like, that's not the first time he had that moment of doubt, because he also had a moment of doubt in Return of the Jedi while he's fighting Vader and Palpatine. And
Yeah.
maybe should I do this? And so seeing that character again, he followed that redemption where he came back and realized, I can't sit here. I need to overcome this and build myself back up to save everybody. I like that story for Luke. And it gave him so much more depth. And I think part of that problem people had was they read all the books, the legends, and
Yeah.
he was a Mary Sue, but like all heroes All heroes are. I will say.
All heroes are.
All of them
Yes.
are. Louder for the people in the back, please.
Every hero is a Mary Sue. Like that's just it. They have these special abilities that get them.
Yes.
But and that's fine because we need to have that like hopeful character that we can do this also. There's nothing wrong with that.
I really like what you say about Luke in The Last Jedi, and I do agree with that. The other thing I would add to it is that one of the big things in all of Star Wars is the idea of cyclicalness, the idea that things echo, or as George Lucas said, it's like poetry, they rhyme. And so, of course, when you have the original master, well, within the movies, the original master is going into hiding, you're absolutely right. What is the student of that master going to do? Go into hiding.
Yeah.
I think that's I think that was really brilliantly said.
Thank you for bringing that to our show, because
yes.
We've been circling it for a while, and not said it. Yeah.
And I feel like we have to at some point have you back and just discuss why you don't like Luke in the original trilogy. Because I think that would be really fascinating. And I think you could express your opinion well.
I know a lot of people are just like, really? Luke is like, that is the story. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. It's just.
Well, Star Wars
Leia also comforted Luke, who was sad over his like karate master mentor, while her entire plan was like dust.
Destroyed.
But that's where the good thing is, that there's literally everybody likes different characters and resonate with different characters. Exactly. Where I don't like Luke, somebody else does. And we're in the original trilogy, like Leia was my character and may not have been so-and-so's character. Like that's the nice thing about Star Wars, is there's literally something for everybody, no matter what. And that is like my favorite thing about it too.
Well said.
So our final question, after talking about all this, about getting introduced to Star Wars by your dad, eventually going to one of the early Star Wars celebrations with him, kind of discovering cosplay there, moving to Oklahoma and creating this community, finding and creating a community of Mandalorians and other cosplayers, and kind of bringing your son along on all these events. Your your wise observation about Luke's character in The Last Jedi. That's just gonna be my favorite. To your charity work, bringing joy to kids in the hospital. After talking about all that, can you say, what does Star Wars mean to you?
Everything. Like it. I feel like that sounds very cliche, but like at this point in my life, Star Wars is literally involved in every part of my life. And it has been for decades. And I always try to find some way to incorporate it. And sometimes it feels childish, but you know what? You got to have joy, and there's nothing wrong with having that kid mentality every once in a while. Life's rough. Life gets hard. And you need a way to just escape. It's comforting. Star Wars is also comforting. Yeah. Comfort. That's another good one.
That's comfort. A good one.
I actually really like that. Yeah.
It's comfort, because whenever I have a hard time, like that's what I go back to, is I'll throw on some Star Wars. I'll play a game. I got some coloring books. I got books, reading books. Like it is my comfort. Or I deep dive into something like I did with Qi'ra that one day, and it helps get me through stuff. And like when my dad passed away, I went home and I watched Mandalorian for like 5 hours. Like it was my escape. I could think about my dad, and it was my comfort. And that's what Star Wars is to me, is comfort.
That's spectacular.
Where can people find you, Denise?
I'm on Instagram, TikTok, at Mandalorian.Momma. My accounts have been pretty inactive for the last like month because of life.
Reasonably so.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm getting back out there and getting try to getting back into the groove of
Yeah.
things. So I'm Instagram, TikTok, and occasionally I'll post on Threads.
Yeah.
Threads.
What's that one that has
What's
the
the new
squiggly
social?
line? Yeah.
Shoebox? Are you on Shoebox? Yeah, I'm on Shoebox. Okay.
But I primarily on Instagram and TikTok most of the time, and I'll post Legos. I'll post costuming stuff. Right now, my son and I are watching the Mandalorian show, and we'll do little hot takes after and post those up and talk about it. And
Nice.
once I'm in costume, I'll be able to post up more costume stuff again. I currently can't do that. But yeah, so I'm on there. I'm pretty active. Chat with me. I love chatting, talking.
And all those links will be in the podcast show notes. So if anyone wants to just click through and write to it, you can do so there. Wow. Denise, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me on. Sorry
So
if I
fun.
talk too much. I'm a talker.
No.
I was just thinking this is like one of my favorite conversations of the season. Your energy is very infectious. Thank you for like spending your time with us.
Yeah.
This was
1,000%.
fantastic. It's so much fun.
It's fun just to chat Star Wars.
It is.
And it was great getting to know you. It's so wonderful that your personality matches your socials and that you're just vibrant and fun and
Oh,
joyous.
thank you. That means a lot. I try to be positive and be that, like, I don't know, you get what you put out into the universe,
Yes.
I think. And so positivity is something I like to
Yeah.
put out
Keep out
there
there.
because I could always use positivity in my life.
May the force be with you.
And with you.
How does a Mandalorian say goodbye? Do they have a phrasing for goodbye? Like,
I mean, since the
Live long and
Mandalorian, you can say this is the way.
yeah.
This has been the way.
This is the way. Yeah, this has been the way. Yeah, that one comes up a lot now is this is the way from the show. Before that,
Yep.
nothing was ever really said. And we all just kind of stood around like mysteriously and be like, "Ugh, see you over there." Like,
I see you. That's really funny.
yeah.
Well,
So this is the way.
Awesome.
this is the way.
Oh, this is the way. Sorry. I failed at it. Oh,
It's all right.
You're out of the Mandalorian troop.
fine. I got distracted. I was thinking about my smoke alarm again. Sorry.
I have.
Sorry, my smoke alarm's going off. I'm so sorry. Can I
Oh.
just check on my house?
Yeah. Check on your house. Can't believe she wants to check on her house just because the smoke alarm's going off. No reason to stop the show. Jeez.
Man, life happens. Like, I get it. Do you want me to wait till she comes back to finish telling?
If you don't mind, let's.
I do not mind at all.
Fine. This is an example of one of those things we'd edit out and
Yep.
maybe put at the very end as the blooper.
I totally get it.